AM First Fruits. This is a chapter by chapter Bible study series, and we're in Psalms chapter 7. A Shiggaion of David, which he sang to the Lord concerning the words of Cush, a Benjaminite. Shiggaion is a technical musical term. I'm not really sure what it means, and a lot of people don't. There is no other biblical reference for whoever this Cush is, but we do know that the Benjaminites were the same tribe as Saul. Lord my God, I seek refuge in you. Save me from all my pursuers and rescue me, or they will tear me like a lion. What's interesting is when I was doing this study in Logos, they actually connected to 2 Samuel 16. During David fleeing from Absalom's rebellion, and the man named Shimei, a Benjaminite from Saul's family, comes out and curses David, also throws stones at him, accuses him, claims that this was divine judgment. David actually spares this man's life and sees God's sovereignty in the fact that this could have been allowed by God or was allowed by God. But David also knew that he wasn't 100% correct. He still had integrity when it came to managing the whole Saul thing. 3. Lord my God, if I have done this, if there is injustice on my own hands, if I have done harm to one at peace with me, or have plundered my adversary without cause, may an enemy pursue and overtake me. May he trample me to the ground and leave my honor in the dust. That's not necessarily a prayer that one would make if they were guilty. David is defending himself, and then notice right after this defense, there's a Selah. If you look back at 2 Samuel 16 verse 8, this is what Shimei was saying. The Lord has paid you back for all of the house of Saul, in whose place you became king, and the Lord has handed the kingdom over to your son Absalom. Look, you are in trouble because you're a man of. And in these verses, David is self-examining himself in these verses. If I'm guilty, Lord, let my enemy overtake me. And if this is truly connected to 2 Samuel 16, the accusation is false. Remember what David did in regards to this. He spared Saul's life twice. He even mourned Saul's death. He took out the Amalekite who claimed to take out Saul. In my opinion, David maintained his integrity to this man chasing after him all this time. 6. Rise up, Lord, in your anger. Lift yourself up against the fury of my adversaries. Wake for me. You have ordained a judgment. Let the assembly of peoples gather around you. Take your seat on high over it. The Lord judges the people. Vindicate me, Lord, according to my righteousness and my integrity. Don't get this twisted. David is not saying that he has this moral perfection or sinlessness totally. Just look at Psalms 51. Psalms 51 says, Be gracious to me, God, according to your faithful love, according to your abundant compassion. Blot out my rebellion, completely wash away my guilt, and cleanse me from my sin, for I am conscious of my rebellion. My sin is always before me. Against you, you alone, I have sinned and done this evil in your sight. Even David knows he is not blameless completely. This is David appealing for divine justice. He knows in this instance that he is innocent, especially if this is truly connected to the accusations from this man. 9. Let the evil of the wicked come to an end, but establish the righteous. The one who examines the thoughts and emotions is a righteous God. My shield is with God, who saves the upright in heart. God is a righteous judge, and God who shows his wrath every day. If anyone does not repent, he will sharpen his sword. He will string his bow and make it ready. He has prepared his deadly weapons. He tips his arrows with fire. See, the wicked one is pregnant with evil, conceives trouble, gives birth to deceit. We talked about these same verses in Job. In fact, this whole concept of being pregnant with evil and giving birth to deceit and sin is mentioned multiple times in the Bible. Job 15, but is also mentioned in Isaiah 59, 1 Samuel 33, and James 1. Wisdom literature in prayer. We can use verses of the Bible in our own prayers. Like in 16, it says, His trouble comes back on his own head. His own violence comes down on top of his head. That's mentioned in Psalms 94, 141, Judges 9, 1 Kings 2, Esther 7, and Proverbs 5, and a couple other verses. Verses 10 through 13 is confidence in God's justice. And then 14 through 16, what we just read, is reflection on how evil basically stumbles upon themselves. Poetic justice. 17, he ends this prayer with a praise. Well done. I will thank the Lord for his righteousness. I will sing about the name of the Lord Most High. There is a difference between absolute righteousness before God, which can only be done with Jesus, and situational righteousness. Even in the Old Testament, people could appeal to their righteousness in certain situations. So David can confess deep sin in Psalms 51, but also claim innocence in Psalms 7 for this particular situation. Thank you for watching this 4 a.m. I'll see you in the next 4 a.m. when we cover Psalms chapter 8.